I like the fact that Providence is very pretty at night. What I like about my neighborhood is the fact that it's very quiet where I live. The things that would change would be the drug abuse between South Side and East Side.
I like the downtown area, and I like how there's always something going on. Like especially in the summer, they have concerts every Friday right near where the water fire takes place, and so it's really cool. So if you're downtown, then you just walk 5 steps out of your door, and there's something happening.
Like a city that I would like to see, like at first, like when you come in, like you see like it's like appealing to the eye, like every like nice like grass everywhere and like trees and flowers, and then like where like when you get into it, like all the people are friendly and there's so much culture going on, and there's so much like it's very community based, like where everyone's together and supporting each other, and then just a really nice city where people come together and are like outside a lot and just work, maybe like working in their gardens, like different things like that.
To me, it means to maintain things like green. I think that's what it means to me. To just maintain stuff green, green as in like I don't know, healthy, like cultivation and all that good stuff. Just maintaining stuff the way it was meant to be.
Not overusing our resources, which we do a lot of.
Sustainability means to me when you can use like the bare minimum to live your life. Like you don't need all the like expensive things that um don't really do much for you.
Environment fears we're sucking up too much resources.
Just like all these like different things that have to do with like climate change and like global warming. Like I feel like I'm afraid that I'll get so bad to the point where no animal or human being could ever live on.
I have a fear that there's going to be maybe like, there's a lot of pollution in the small cities. It's just a small city that I have a feeling that pollution is going to get really, really bad. Yeah, that's about it. For me as in showers, I take the worst showers. I take like sometimes I take 3 showers a day, and I sit there for hours.
To get to school, I drive my car. On some days when I'm driving to the university, I drop my brother off at the bus stop and he takes the bus to school.
Sometimes I take 3 showers a day just because I just want to. I'm bored.
Like where I live, it's like this like a housing authority, and like they don't really have like recycling bins or anything like that. Like everything just goes into one trash can.
I think I really enjoy to see people, taking time out of their day to help. I think that's what the world would need and be better off with. People who give their time to help another person.
But when it really comes down to making a difference, it's not an organization doing that, it's the people and how they're influenced by what that organization does.
Well, I think of nothing. The only goal that I have to, think about is a shower. I take way too long showers. It's like 2 hours. That's way too long for a shower. I mean, I think a regular shower should be like an hour, in my opinion. What? That's a good amount of time. Just chilling.
Recycling. I know people have been working on it, but I feel like nothing's like. I guess it's not enough to really make a change.
Water, wasting less water.
I think like my biggest thing that I'm really concerned about would probably be like polluting our oceans.
The windmills, those I think it's important that we kind of focus on those because they aren't as green as we'd like them to be because there's not a constant whoosh of wind, right? I think trying to use natural resources that they don't get used up because they're replenishable like rivers. I think that's a good route to go.
So I think the goal for Province to recycle more, I think it is feasible, and I think it's something that could really be executed if we really put an effort to it, and if we make it as appealing to others to do it and make it easy enough for everyone to do it.
Well, we should clean up some polluted parts. I remember one day over the summer I went to Rodney Williams Park, and you know the little water area they have, like this little like small little waterfall thing. It smelled like it stank. It was green. The water was completely green. It was dirty. I'm like, what's going on here?
I would like to be able to take the bus to school because I mean, if the buses were more efficient, green wise and time wise and stuff, then I would have no problem taking them.
Well, challenging goal would be like people littering.
Maybe if making the energy that we use less harming to the earth, like maybe if more places were solar powered or they use more wind turbines, like I know that for one that costs a lot of money to do, but I know in the end it would be like saving us a lot of money.
I kind of fear that like a lot of people. I want to go to school for like zoology and marine bio, and like one of my goals and like fears is like I'm afraid there's gonna be so many people who want to do it that there won't be that room for me to have my ideas. Like my kind of goal to show a difference or make a difference in the world. So like I don't know, that's kind of like one of my barriers I'm a little bit worried about.
Find cars. Every house has a solar panel. And they have those green. I keep forgetting their name. They're called green. I think there. I saw pictures of in Japan and some other countries. They had like these like garden-looking things. These houses look like they were abandoned, but they're not. That's just part of the house. Yeah.
A river would be cleaner. Maybe there'd be frogs jumping in the river. I usually picture not smaller buses, but not as clunky buses.
Oh, Dream Vision. Oh, I got this. Okay, so like I had this idea where like you can put like literally a greenhouse on like everybody's house, but not have it covered, and then have like grass and stuff on top of it. So it just looks like when you're on a hill and just look over, it just look like a forest. When I really started to care, I think it would be freshman year coming into high school. I did this program called Green Stage, which really got me thinking about our impacts on not just the animals in our environment, but to humans as well. There's a huge controversy and problem between the two.
But when I was in 5th grade, I really started going like, I'm gonna take 5-minute showers and I'm gonna have a garden and grow carrots, stuff like that. I'm taking the bus.
It was the movie Princess Mononoke. It's a Japanese film made by the great Hayao Miyazaki. It's a movie about basically deforestation and how it affects not only the people but the animals, and how it makes the animals, because the animals could talk, and they were like, it was basically the whole story. The animals could talk. There was these gods and stuff, but like the animals were angry at the humans for deforesting their lands. Has been there for centuries, and this is a really good movie. And that movie like opened my eyes. That movie made me vegan.
something that I saw in like another city or town was it was like out in like North Kingstown, and it was where there were like larger areas of land, and I saw that a lot of people had wind turbines, and I was like, maybe we could have more of those in the city. I know it's a lot. It's like the city, and there's like so many things, and then there's just this big wind turbine. But I feel like if we had more of those here in the city, I think things would go a lot more smoother.
These buildings I saw in Japan that had these trees growing on their roofs. I don't know what they're for, but they look pretty cool.
Get rid of crack, drugs, period. I mean, in the summertime, there's a guy on Broad Street that takes off his shirt and screams at cars like he knows you. Like, I'm so serious. Like, he'll be like, "Hey, yo!" He'd be like, "Who is this dude?" Like, in his mind, I'm telling you, he's the way he knows you, but you never seen him before, except in the summertime when you ride by. I'm telling
Like really getting down and cutting down that language barrier, because that's one thing that I've noticed a lot that make people not want to listen to what is going on, or they feel like they don't really want to listen to this because they can't understand it.
Maybe make it more of a thing. Like if they promoted it more, make it like more of like a ooh, that's pretty cool. We should all do that. Like the Coney 2012 thing, like make it like that popular, so like everybody in the city wants to do something like that.
I think definitely these things could really help out the city. Like definitely a lot more jobs could come out of it, and then also maybe energy costs can go down, and then all the things that we recycled, like we would have less waste, and then the less money we would have to use to get rid of the waste that we do have. So like little things like that, like I really think could change and really help the city a lot.
Yeah, like especially with the whole, if they made it more of a thing in the city with all this going green stuff, it could open up like maybe jobs for people that want to do like I don't know, promoting professional services or making those green houses or more public garden stuff. Like it could make it, it could be a cool thing.
I believe it's a possibility, but it's gonna take a lot of planning and a lot of work. I think like maybe be like I think it would be a great project overall for high school students. I think, and like if we all could like get together, talk to the mayor, the governor, be like, this is an idea. Can we like store some money away somewhere so we can do this in the future? Then it would be very, very possible.
I don't think it's possible to be honest because well, you get places like the South Side, which is extremely a bad neighborhood. I don't think they'll be up for change and going green because they're so ignorant and used to the way they're living that they're not willing to change that lifestyle, unfortunately. So I don't think it's possible.
I think everyone should have the access to it. It shouldn't just be certain areas or certain people to receive those things. I think everyone should have the opportunity to have those things. And I really think that we could achieve it if we really set our minds to it.
There will be a lot of animals, a lot more animals in Providence.
In the long run, it'll impact nicely. It'll take a while for the positive to really surface because people will still be like, I don't know about this, but I don't know, give it 5 years. For me, that's too short, so maybe 10 years. So 5 to 10 years, and I think we'll have a more sustainable city if we like set our goals down and we actually concrete everything.
I think everyone would just be a lot happier, and I feel like there would be less issues pressing on like budgets and like not having enough money for like schools or like roads, like different things like that. I think the city would just be a lot happier. I think it would be in a better economic standing, and yeah.
I think that everybody would be at first no one will be satisfied with it. They'll be like, okay, that's really weird with everything going green, but if you give it time, everybody will get used to it and it'll become a thing. Maybe other states would try to do the same thing we're doing, and then it'll spread around the whole country. And then next thing you know, the whole country's copying what Rhode Island did, and we'd be in the news and stuff. It'll become a thing.